October was a really interesting month for me. I went through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of downs, and I'm sure that some of you may have felt that. Mercury retrograde, 2 eclipses. The stars had it in for us this month. But what I want to talk about today is the lessons that are found in each experience. Because every experience we have in our lives teaches us a lesson. There are lessons there, no matter how horrible, no matter how difficult, there is a lesson there for you to learn. And if you don't learn that lesson, you will continue to experience the same things throughout your lives. This is why we so easily end up in a cycle of toxic relationships. This is why we'll continue to be addicted to toxic substances. This is why we will continue to make the same mistakes over and over and over again, because we have not yet learned our lessons. So me, for example, I was in a cycle of horrible toxic relationships, each one getting worse as I grew up, and the last one being by far the most painful. But I put myself there. It wasn't his fault. It wasn't due to anything around me. It wasn't due to the external world. It was because I chose to be in that relationship. The same thing with my addiction to partying hard, my addiction to partying under the influence. A lot of those things, sure, may have been influenced by other people, but at the same time, I chose to do all those things. The decision was ultimately mine. These are things that I realize now because I am healing from all those experiences. I can look back and say, wow, I put myself in all those situations. It wasn't anyone else. It was me. Sure, I may have been influenced by other people, but at the end of the day, it was my decision to do all those things. And the reason why I continue to do all those things and continue to partake in all those negative habits, self-destructive habits, and putting myself around toxic people is because I chose to, because I didn't learn my lessons. So the universe is pretty freaking cool this way. It knows what we need to learn. It knows the lessons that we need to be equipped with in order to move forward. So it'll throw shit at us all the time. Have you ever experienced a moment in your life where, you experience one bad thing and then another bad thing, and then you're like, why are all these bad things happening? Well, it's because the universe is trying to tell you something. The universe is trying to teach you a lesson. And until you open your eyes and open your mind to what that lesson may be, you're going to keep being bombarded by these things. So what I'm asking you to do is the next time a negative experience comes up, or if you find yourself right now in this toxic cycle that is harming you, you're repeating the same behaviors, you're doing the same things that end up putting you in a position that is not healthy for you. I want you to dig deep and find the lesson that the universe is trying to teach you. Because the universe is going to keep throwing these experiences at you when you're not ready, when you least expect it, because it wants you to learn. And you know what? Even after we learn those lessons, the universe is going to still send those same experiences to you because it wants to ensure that you've actually learned those lessons. So for me this month, it brought back a lot of old shit. I dealt with some stuff that I thought I had actually fully healed from years ago, but I didn't. And the universe knew that. So the universe threw those experiences my way so that I could finally learn my lessons. Now, I don't doubt that the universe is going to throw this same experience my way again in the near future. But now I'm at a point where I'm like, bring it on. Because I have learned my lesson and I'm confident in my ability to get through it. The world isn't against you. People aren't against you. It's us who are against ourselves. And that feeling comes about when we don't open ourselves up to the lessons beneath the surface. When we focus too hard on the problem, but yet we don't focus on why it's in front of us. There is a reason for everything. There is a lesson to every experience. So the next time you go through a tough time, or if you're going through a tough time right now, grab your journal, sit in your meditation space, figure out what is it that the universe is trying to teach you. What lesson is it that you need to learn in order to move forward? Because until you learn those lessons, you're going to remain stuck where you're at. And let's face it, none of us want to be stuck. We want to continue moving forwards. We want to continue experiencing new things, new positive things. We want to create a better life for ourselves. So instead of blaming the universe for all the shit that's happening, give gratitude to the universe. Thank you. Thank you, universe, for sending me this experience because there is a lesson in it that I need to learn. Thank you, universe, for showing me this lesson. Namaste.